So his gestures are very determined, and you can see them move. Now, the effort we have devoted to controlling our tone of voice will pay off handsomely in our public speaking. We will convey enthusiasm, confidence, and importance through our tone of voice. Enthusiasm is the core element of any speech, for it underlies our ability to bring all the above aspects of good public speaking into a harmonious whole. It is very hard for listeners not to be affected by genuine enthusiasm. It is contagious. If you have sincerity and true confidence in your definite major purpose, you will have no trouble giving demonstrated feeling to what you are saying, and that is the essence of effective speaking. Now, emotional control. We beat up speaking enough. Emotional control. Much of what we do is directed by our feelings, and when you are excited, it's contagious. When you are overexcited, it is creepy. Our feelings can lift us to great achievements or hurl us down to defeat. We owe it to ourselves to understand and control them. The first step is to identify the feelings which motivates us. There are 7 negative emotions and 7 positive ones. The 7 negative emotions are fear, hatred, anger, greed, jealousy, revenge, and superstition. Those are negative. Now, the 7 positive ones are love, sex, hope, faith, sympathy, optimism, and loyalty. Now, these 14 emotions are the letters of the alphabet with which we will write our plan for success or failure. They can be combined meaningfully or chaotically. Each emotion is related to mental attitude, and that is why there is so much stress placed on the character of one's mental attitude. These emotions are nothing but reflections of our mental attitude, which we can organize, guide, and completely command. Now, to do so, we must take complete control of our own mind. We must always be alert to the emotions which are present there, and embrace or reject them on the basis of their contribution to our mental attitude. Optimism will increase our confidence and flexibility. Now, hatred, on the other hand, will undermine our tolerance and keen sense of justice. If you do not take this control, you are condemning yourself to an entire life buffeted by the winds of emotional whim. Now, if you find yourself struggling to gain this control, compile a chart on which you note every day the number of times you experience and act on an emotion. This will give, now if you're anything like me, good luck, right? This will give you tremendous insight on the frequency and power of your emotions. Once you know which forces trigger your emotions, you can act to eliminate them or seek them out and use them. What do you mean by using them? Well, you can use them to your advantage. Law of transmutation, folks. Now, building your desire for success into a burning obsession and embarking on your definite major purpose are the cornerstones of your efforts to gain emotional control. Each strengthens the other, and progress with one will mean progress everywhere. Now, alertness of interest. We must be able to fix our interest on any person, place, or thing and hold it there for as long as the situation requires. If we cannot, the other aspects of our attractive personality will be useless. We can pay other people no greater compliment than to concentrate our attention on them when they want it. Listening well is an even greater accomplishment than speaking well. If our interest is focused, we will gain the greatest possible advantage from any encounter. Now, if we fidget with something in our pocket, look at our watch, or frequently glance away, we will insult the person who is speaking with us. Not only will we miss the importance of what we are being told, but the other person will instantly recognize your uninterest and begin to withdraw from the conversation. Failure to notice the details of your own actions and of the happenings around us is an all too common weakness. Did you miss that moment of hesitation before your prospect agreed to your proposal? Recognizing it could lead you to discover some better way to offer your service. You might realize that some other service, the kind of service that your prospect would gladly renew each year on the briefest, friendliest contact, would actually be more worthwhile. Instead, you might be faced with the difficult task of continually persuading someone of the dubious value of your efforts. An alert interest in the people with whom you work is important as well. You can perceive the reasons for their success or the basis of their failures. In your mastermind group, it is vital that you be aware of any changes in the situation of any contributor that might affect his or her advice. And that's pretty good, for a mastermind's perspective, being able to that was good news. I just got a job confirmed. Another new account, baby. That's 2 just today. Well, 1 today for sure. And then I talked to another one that pretty much said yes today too. So it's good news. Good news. Anyway, an alert interest with people we work is important. And I should have had an alert interest in you during this video instead of playing on my phone. But it is what it is. I'm not a pro. Your memory will also be enhanced by alert interest. If you note something clearly to begin with, it remains fixed in your mind. Now, this is an especially practical tool in your relationship with other people. Imagine if you come up with some other detail that, they can't believe that you remembered. That would just be so beneficial for your relationship. It shows the strength of your interest in him or her. Everyone has been embarrassed by being introduced to someone for a second time, while that person shows no sign of recognition. If you show people that you remember them favorably, they will always be pleased to encounter you. Now, versatility, fondness for people, humility, effective showmanship, clean sportsmanship, a good handshake, and personal magnetism are